to episode 6 of the Fake Football Guys Show. My name is Giancarlo Campos, and alongside me is the Sith Lord, the Master, the Evil One, Darth Vader, a.k.a. Dustin Lingaman. DL?
Hello.
What's up?
And welcome. What's up, man?
How's it going, man?
It's going great, man. I'm living the dream.
Yeah, special episode, little Halloween flavor for all you out there.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm a banana.
Obviously, I am Darth Vader's mask.
Nice. I like it. All right, really quickly running the board, and it's the one and only Andrew Valentine. What's up, Andrew?
What's going on, guys? I like the costumes, by the way. Looking
Thanks,
good
guys.
out there.
I like yours too, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, didn't get the memo. It's okay. And also
You okay in there, by the the way?
Yeah,
Just making sure you can breathe.
Right?
I can't breathe, but I'll be okay, guys.
Just making sure. Don't pass out on us.
Also alongside us is our executive producer, Brandon Januska. Brandon, what's up, man?
Oh, it's going well. I've got my Halloween shirt on.
Nice.
Some Michael Myers going, so I'm.
Are you a big fan?
Dressing for the
Are you going to see the new one?
I haven't seen it yet, but I do plan on seeing it.
Nice.
All right.
Cool. Guys, as always, as a reminder, you can follow us on Twitter at TweetFFG. We've been really good on Twitter, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah? I know. You've been killing it, man.
I've been trying, man.
I'm watching you.
I just tweeted now.
Look at that.
I know.
You just tweeted now.
I tweeted now. I'm a
As always,
multitasker.
if you guys have any questions, you can ask us questions by using the hashtag AskUsFFG. You can also email your questions over to us by sending them over to askusffg@gmail.com. And if you have any voicemail questions, we didn't get any this week, guys. What's up? Yeah, send those voicemail questions. If you have any of those, you can send them over at 708-655-4508. Please be sure, as always on YouTube, to like, share, and subscribe, and smash that notification button. It helps us. That way we can buy more cool costumes just like this. Right, Dio?
Right. Maybe I can get like the full costume.
And like a
the
mask
actual
where you could
with
breathe.
glass, and I
Yeah.
can breathe.
Yeah.
It'd be great, man.
As always, guys, we have a jam-packed show. Super excited. The Bipocalypse is over finally.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
Yeah, there was 6 teams on bye last week. This week it's only 2 teams, the Baltimore Ravens and the Las Vegas Raiders. A few good guys on those teams.
Yeah.
Not too bad. You should be able to survive this week. But in case you have some guys on those teams, we're going to help you this show on deciding who to pick up, who to cut, what to do. We got all the answers, right, DL?
We do. We have all the answers and questions for you that you could possibly think of that we're going to answer because we're that good.
Exactly. DL, how'd the week go for you, man?
Man, really, really, really well, dude. I was actually able to pick up Dearness Johnson in 3 leagues, and he just put up a huge gain. I mean, I was already winning. I was feeling great. And then, man, Patrick Mahomes going down. Woo-wee! That saved my tail feathers. I had Kyle Murray versus Patrick Mahomes. Thought it was going to be kind of crazy. The only downfall is I picked up Sam Darnold.
Oh.
Yeah,
that didn't look too good.
Yeah, he sucks. He's fucking trash.
Yeah, he wasn't that good this week, but the head coach did say that they were going to keep him at the starter, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, for me, I didn't do too hot, man. I went 5-5.
Ooh.
I finally lost in my big money league where we were undefeated, my buddy Tim and I.
Okay.
We were 6-0, now we're 6-1, but we still have a 3-game lead, so we're doing fine. Hopefully, we get David Montgomery back next week.
Hopefully.
The downside is we are losing some players due to COVID. We'll go over that shortly. It'll be pretty interesting to go over that.
The downside is that you actually believe the Bears' offense is going to score some points.
Oh, no. There are other players that have COVID, and we'll discuss those also. It doesn't feel that bad to finally lose. You always hear that, when there's a championship team and they're going undefeated, that they kind of feel like they got a weight lifted off their shoulders when they finally lose. It's kind of how it felt for us, just got that weight lifted off our shoulders. Yeah. So it's all right. It's all right. We still lead the entire league by 2 games, the entire 16-team league. So it's all right.
Yeah.
DL, real quick, it's time for a quick grade the trade.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, cool. Hey, I saw a crazy trade in one of my leagues, DL. Team 1 gave up Robert Tonyan, tight end for the Green Bay Packers, Sterling Shepard, wide receiver for the New York Giants, and Dearness Johnson, running back for the Browns, for TJ Hawkinson alone. DL, what do you think?
Let me consult the force. I say this was a great trade.
Okay, nice. Which team? For which team?
Okay, the one who actually got TJ Hawkinson, I think,
nice.
definitely got the benefit of the trade.
Okay.
I'm not too, because Tonyan, let's face it, he may have had
Yeah.
an okay game. Sterling Shepard, just
always hurt.
just injured all the time. That whole Giants team, I don't know. And Dearness Johnson, that's a huge. He's okay for this week, but I hear Nick Chubb's coming back,
Correct.
so
Yeah.
I think his value is going to plummet pretty quickly.
Correct. So it's kind of like a depth move, it sounds like. For me, I'm always on the side of the team that acquires the best player. Like 9 times out of 10, that's the team that won the deal. But there are deals where both teams can win, and if this deal was made prior to last week and they got a win because of Dearness Johnson, sounds like it makes some sense.
Yeah.
You know, you got a lot of players that you could plug and play. Dearness Johnson might be a 1 or 2 week rental. You know, it's all right. I don't think it's too bad. It's interesting to see a deal like that happen. I see a lot of deals like that where you kind of have to overpay for a stud like T.J. Hawkinson. But you know, it looks
But
like a
really,
solid
like
deal.
if you think about it, he didn't really overpay. He just gave
Yeah, true.
quantity. I
Yeah.
mean, what's the quality here? If
We
you
don't
think
know.
about it.
We don't know. We'll see. I'm a Hawkinson fan. He started off really hot. He's been kind of so-so the rest of the year. He's top 10 tight end. Robert Tonyan, I don't think is a top 10 tight end. But I don't know. I guess we're going to see how it plays out. I like the deal for the Hawkinson owner. Probably some of those guys that they have on there, probably Dearness Johnson, will be cut at some point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be a good, again, for this week. They're going to be without Kareem Hunt.
Yep.
So I imagine there's going to be a tandem there.
Probably
so,
a split. They probably won't give Chubb too much work
Yeah.
just because of that calf. You know, they probably want to ease him back in. And
So I'm
plus,
guessing one more week.
what an embarrassment of riches that team has. You know, they just have 3 stud running backs, all freaking great.
The
It's
whole
insane.
country thought the Browns was going to get slaughtered.
Oh yeah, and that didn't happen.
Everyone thought, they're like, oh my God, this is. Even Jamie Eisenberg said,
Yeah.
he's like, oh, this is like a preseason game.
Yeah,
I was
well,
like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad, but I fully expect Dearness Johnson to get cut at some point in the season.
sure.
Speaking of cuts, we'll let you know who to cut and hold and who to add a little bit later in the show after a few brief messages.
Fox News, we've got your favorite tea. Fox News, buy one today and see.
Do you wear t-shirts that don't fill you with happiness? Does your wardrobe evoke feelings of sadness and despair? Would you like to know where to get your new favorite t-shirt? You need to go to boxnook.com. We have fun, cool, and comfortable t-shirts, tanks, and more. When you want to make a statement without saying a word, pick up your new favorite t-shirt at boxnook.com.
Fox News.
Man, are you still working out? It's like 1,000 degrees.
Intense heat is nothing. To get an intense workout, you gotta be intense.
Our friend here is getting an intense workout with the intense cool of his Hydrotech Cool Breeze shoes.
Which brings your feet a cooling sensation that is the best on the market today. Can only be explained with one word. Intense! Whether you're working out hard or just taking a stroll, these shoes have got your back. Or I should say, your feet. Aren't these shoes intense?
Maybe a little too intense, but there's no doubt they're cool.
Welcome back to our special edition of the Fake Football Guys. It's the Halloween edition, baby. DL, new segment alert.
Yes. I had to take out the helmet, guys. I couldn't breathe, couldn't see, and I'm too excited for the segment. Let's fucking go.
Woo! DL, new segment I'm really excited to announce. It's called I Was Wrong.
What?
Have you ever worked in the media? I have. Those are the 3 hardest words to say. I was wrong. Well, we're not always right, although we try to be. DL, this segment's easy. We're going to name players that we were wrong about.
Oh.
Ready? All right, DL, who were you wrong about?
All right. I've had to say this before to my wife. I was wrong. So I was wrong about Calvin Ridley. Honestly, I thought he was going to be like, he's going to shine this past week, especially going out against Miami. I thought he was just going to like tear things up. In fact, I drafted him because I thought he was going to tear things up because Julio Jones was gone. I was like, heck yes, here we go, bro. You going to be the guy. I was wrong.
Yeah, he's only got 40 fantasy points on the season. As you can see with that fantastic stat that our statistician Andrew Valentine came up with. Fantastic job.
Fantastic. It looks great.
I try to do my best, guys.
Yeah, checks in the mail. But, yeah, Calvin Ridley's been a bum this year so far. I would still try to trade for him. I don't think he's as bad as he's been. All right, my turn. I
Yeah.
was wrong
Yeah, you were wrong.
about Allen Robinson.
Clunker, stinker.
You've been telling me to cut him. You've been
Yes.
telling me to move on from him.
Yes,
and I've been holding on.
I think it's almost been a month.
Yeah. He was going at second round value in the beginning of the season. People were drafting him as high as, 14, 15, and he's been terrible. Yeah, and really, I don't think it's his fault as much as it is the offense's fault as far as the Bears go. They have a rookie quarterback.
Coaching.
And
Hashtag fire Nagy.
Yeah, all that. I'm with you on that now, finally. But Allen Robinson has not been good. I just don't feel like it's, like I said, like it's his fault all that much. I feel like, Fields just isn't making the progressions. I feel like Mooney's his number one guy for whatever reason, probably because they, had good chemistry in preseason. But Allen Robinson was a guy I was wrong on, and I'm looking to move on from Allen Robinson completely. I have no confidence in him the rest of the year. Not starting him, I was wrong.
I'm just happy to feel that you've come to grips. You can look me in the eye and say that I was a dumbass.
You're looking at a banana, just so you know. You're looking at a banana. DL, who else were you wrong on?
Oh, man. All right. This one's going to hurt a little bit. So if you guys didn't tune in on Friday, we were going over sits and starts, and we got to the Cincinnati Bengals. And I was like, you know what, guys? Not feeling good about Joe Burrow. He sucked against really good defenses. I think you should sit him. I think it's, you're just a dumbass to even want to start him. I thought I was so right. I even threw it on Twitter. And 83.3% of our Twitter polls said to actually sit him, or 16.7% said to start him. So I wasn't alone in this, but I was wrong.
Say it again for me, Dustin. Say it again.
God damn it.
Yep.
So, yes, I was wrong. Joe Burrow actually absolutely lit up the Baltimore Ravens. I think he scored
Damn right.
He had over 30 points. I think he had 31 fantasy points.
You know what's funny? Halfway through that game, I had a text I was going to send to you. I was going to be like, oh, Joe Burrow and this elite wide receiver core. Thank God I didn't send it. I was like, I'm going to wait. And, that's the only face I got to save.
Because Jamar Chase is already an elite wide receiver. And Joe Burrow, I'm sorry. He's an elite quarterback. That's it.
He's stepped up. He's stepping up, man.
That's it. He's taking that ascension. He's taking that step forward. Elite quarterback. I was right.
The segment.
All right.
I was definitely right. I just want that on record. Everybody doubted me. I was right.
I
Next
also
Peyton Manning, Marvin
said,
Harrison, folks. You watching it right now in Cincinnati.
I also remember somebody saying like, "Oh, I don't, if." Play it back. No,
Well, now it's my turn. Another player I was wrong about. I feel really bad for my buddy Tim because I was really high on this guy. I was wrong about Trey Sermon.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but he's gotten beat out by all the running backs on the 49ers. Elijah Mitchell looks like a better running back. Trey Sermon just does not look good. Here's my logic. The 49ers moved up to try to draft him, and they did. He's an All-American running back at Ohio State. Looked really good. Thought he was going to be a beast at the next level, and he has not looked good. He's just looked mediocre, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it was a clunker.
I thought he was going to be a stud running back. I drafted him in a lot of leagues, and he's just sitting on my bench everywhere. Nobody wants him. I feel like I can't cut him, but I think it's time. I was wrong about Trey Sermon. Completely.
You sure were. I love this segment. I just love hearing how wrong you are about a lot of players. This is great. All right.
What about you? Yeah, I want to hear who you're wrong
All
about.
right, I'm going to eat some crow here. I was wrong about Cordell Patterson. I thought, when he was in Chicago, he was just a return man. Yeah. Nagy, with his genius, throwing him in the offense, he didn't do much. So, obviously, we know why. Hashtag fire Nagy. Yeah, he is just amazing on the Falcons.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he is just running people over. He can catch. He's doing spectacular plays. He's just got a motor that doesn't end. I mean, he's projected for 43 points, 37 carries, 168 yards, 1 touchdown, 18 receptions.
And he's blown that out of the water.
Just projection for the season overall, 88 points. I mean, 4 touchdowns, 295 yards. I was wrong.
Yeah, unless you were a Atlanta Falcons insider, don't expect many were right on Cordell Patterson. Honestly, come out of nowhere. He went undrafted, had an ADP of, I believe, 15. This is ridiculous. And the guy's been a stud. I have him on a few teams. Got lucky to pick him up because I was like, hey, they're using him. He's better than Mike Davis. He's been really good, and I think he'll be solid the rest of the way. All right, my last guy I was wrong about.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of us were wrong about this.
Sure were.
I was wrong about Julio Jones. Man.
He sucks.
Yeah, he's been bad, man. And
Fancy.
honestly, it's been a lot of injuries, but even when he's been on the field, there have been catches out there that he could have made, and the old Julio Jones would have done it. And this Julio Jones just isn't getting it done. He's currently ranked 67th as fantasy at wide receiver. That is atrocious. He's been outscored by Byron Pringle. Byron Pringle. Which is ridiculous.
I like Pringles, though.
Well, yeah, I like Pringles, too. He's been outscored by Quez Watkins. He's been outscored by Van Jefferson, KJ Osborne, and Kendrick Bourne, along with Quintez Cephas and Khalif Raymond. If you had any of those guys on your bingo card, bingo to you. Bingo to you. I thought he'd be a top 10 wide receiver, honestly. And he's been atrocious.
And just so you guys know, we're not saying go and pick up those guys he just mentioned because they're not great. They're like pretty bad and average.
Yeah.
So yeah, Julio. Yeah, you were wrong, man. You were dead wrong.
Yeah, Jamar Chase outscored him last week alone, his entire season. So, go figure. It's been bad. It's been bad. Well, speaking of players I've been wrong about.
Okay.
I'm ready to cut these players. I was kind of wrong about these guys, too. I'm ready to cut Trey Sermon, obviously. I'm ready to cut Laviska Shenault, Jamal Williams, Allen Robinson.
About time.
Daniel Jones.
Why would you even pick him up?
Did you see it? One-handed.
Yeah.
Like, Shades of Odell.
Okay.
Pretty sick.
Yeah.
Pretty sick.
But
I'm
he
also
still
ready
sucks.
he still sucks. I'm ready to cut Peyton Barber, Tyson Williams, and Randall Cobb. Even though, I'm kind of feeling
Didn't I
kinda
say
shaky.
to cut him last week?
You did.
I said Allen Robinson cut. I said Randall Cobb, the experiment's over.
Yep.
He's garbage.
Yep.
But you don't listen to me.
Yeah. And then there's a few players that I'm not quite ready to cut, but, I'm kind of on the fence about. Kadarius Toney, Odell Beckham Jr., who might get traded. I'm hearing a lot of rumors that he might get traded.
I don't care. He's done, dude. He's done.
Well, we'll see. If he goes to a team that has a better quarterback that can actually throw the
like
ball.
what team?
I don't know. Let's say he goes to.
Maybe he'll go to Miami with Deshaun Watson. You never know.
Okay, there you go. That wouldn't be bad. Maybe he goes
That's
to
if Watson plays.
Well, let's say he goes to like a team like Denver. That would be pretty good. You got a quarterback that can actually get the ball to him at least, can throw further than 15 yards. I don't hate Baker Mayfield. I don't.
Okay.
I would also just hold T. Higgins, Tyler Lockett, Devontae Smith, and Chase Claypool. I think there's going to be a time, I don't know when, but there's going to be a time when you can actually start those players with a little bit of confidence.
I was going to say, with the Odell Beckham Jr. thing, didn't he leave the Giants to go to a team where a quarterback could actually get him the football? Wasn't that the whole deal?
Yeah, that was.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that was the whole excuse, wasn't it?
Yes.
So-
Well, do you think Baker Mayfield's a good passer? Not quarterback, a good passer? I don't.
I don't know. Landry's catching some balls.
Average.
I don't
He's
think
average.
Yeah, he's an average passer.
I got a beef with Baker. That's just me. So
Me too.
I don't like
the
Baker.
guy. I just don't think he's that good.
No.
Beckham hasn't been good since 2015, guys. He hasn't been good on the Browns. He's sucked ass. He's only had one good year, and that was on New York. It was his second year when I actually won that championship belt because I drafted his ass. After that, he's been sucking
Eggs.
eggs.
Yeah, speaking of championship belts, we're going to help you make championship moves after a few quick messages.
because I have him on a couple of my leagues. I got Dearness Johnson, as I mentioned before, so it was like a good plug and play. But as we kind of mentioned, I think they're gonna slowly get him in there. Hamstrings, like honestly, are not anything to mess with, especially when you're a running back. Christian McCaffrey, I hate you. So yes, be cautious, but hey, fire him up. His buddy Kareem Hunt, I still think he's going to be out. He had a really serious calf strain. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Like honestly, like I think Dearness Johnson, you can still keep on your bench. Don't drop him right off the bat. Keep him there because he might be somebody you can flex or what have you.
That's crazy how both Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt are out. And then they just elevate a guy like Dearness Johnson.
Yeah, and he just goes off.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, it does suck.
Did you see those cuts? He was just like,
yeah,
nope, not today.
He would have started over a lot of running backs in the NFL.
And he was going up against Denver.
Yeah, good defense. Good defense.
That was a good pickup. I'm glad I suggested it.
Yeah. What's the word? Do you know when he's going to come back, Kareem Hunt? Are they saying another like 3-4 weeks?
I don't think it's going to be that long, but definitely at least a couple more.
Yeah, at least a month. I heard. At least another month.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
That's what I had heard from Stefania Bell. But
you got some inside and outside, don't you?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, Baker Mayfield obviously is still going to be injured. He really does need to get surgery, man. I think he should just be done. Case Keenum, like honestly, not bad.
No.
He didn't look bad.
No, serviceable. Yeah.
There's a reason why you picked him up. But those are the injuries. And now we're going to be looking forward to
Waiver Wire Wednesday.
Woohoo! Let's get on that way, baby.
Yeah, as a reminder, all the players that we're about to mention for waivers are at least under 50% rostered. What league are we using this time?
We're going to do Yahoo.
Okay,
I
cool.
like Yahoo a lot.
Cool. All right, Yahoo Fantasy Leagues. We're going to tell you the percentages that they're at least rostered on teams.
Under 50.
Under 50%. All right, let's get started with running backs.
Okay.
Whew. Here's a name that we were wrong about.
Oh, no. I don't think we were wrong. I think you were wrong.
Yeah, I told you guys to cut this guy, and now you're going to need him. First guy is
Whoops.
Kenneth Gainwell.
Ah!
Yeah, so Kenneth Gainwell is 22% rostered. He is now the number one running back for the Eagles, and I think he'll be at least their number running back for at least 2 weeks or until Miles Sanders comes back. Honestly, they don't run a ton. Nick Sirianni, for whatever reason, doesn't give the ball to his running backs, so I don't know how valuable he's going to be. But if you don't have running backs and you need one, solid flex play.
Yeah, honestly, I'm okay with it. Anyways, Rashad Penny, 34% rostered. Now, if you were paying attention to us last week or even a couple weeks before that, JC dropped that knowledge of grabbing this guy because he was actually coming back from IR. So that was last week. Alex Collins did not have the best
He was
game.
okay, but honestly, he was better than Rashad Penny. Rashad Penny didn't do much. He had 6 attempts for a total of 9 yards.
9 yards.
9 total yards. Yeah, it's bad.
Anyways.
Yep.
If you're desperate once again, which, I think a lot of people are desperate for running backs. There's a lot of injuries going on. It's not a bad stash, really. Put him at the end of your bench, see what happens, roll that dice, and who knows, maybe you can package him and Alex Collins in a deal.
Something, yeah. Get out of that backfield if you can. It's a mess, honestly. And then you never know when Chris Carson's going to come back. So get out of that backfield if you have those guys. Try to trade them for anything that you can. Next guy, 7% rostered.
Ooh. Wow,
Brandon Bolden.
Brandon Bolden.
Yeah. I've never been a big fan of Patriots running backs. I know that you're not either because you never know how Bill Belichick's going to use them. But he looked really solid. He did have 79 yards on 6 catches.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're we'll see what he's going to do. Stevenson, who we've been recommending, didn't really play too much. So Brandon Bolden, a guy that you can pick up, and hopefully he'll get some touches.
Hopefully. Or the other guy's going to get it because that's the Patriots, and that's what happens.
Yeah.
You get excited about one guy, you're like just a kid in a candy store, just like, oh, boy, and then...
A real quick deep league stash. We've been kind of telling you guys for those deep leagues, guys, that you should just kind of keep on your radar. If you have IR spots that are open, Jeff Wilson Jr. of the 49ers.
Okay.
Solid little deep league stash. Just somebody who, will get some touches. Maybe Hasty as well there in San Fran. You never know what they're going to do.
Hasty, I was.
Yeah.
I honestly saw that name pop up and was like, okay. Yep. But then I saw the game and Mitchell looked amazing.
Yep,
so.
he did look really good. But you never know. You never know what happens. So keep that
All
on
right,
your
we're
radar.
going to flip over to those wide receivers.
right.
The first one that I'm a little excited for, or at least you should kind of keep on the radar, would be Russell Gage. He's a wide receiver for those Atlanta Falcons. He's only 16% rostered. Someone's got to catch the ball, so it's
Yeah.
either Pitts and insert name
Ridley.
here.
Yeah, and Ridley, and that's it. Yeah.
Maybe Ridley.
He looked decent last week. Russell Gage is just a name, honestly. And at this point in the season, a lot of guys have been hurt. If you need a body, there's your vessel right there.
Especially if you got Hollywood Brown.
That's right.
Who knows?
That's right.
This guy might do it.
All right, another name, a name that I regretfully am going to let you know about is Alan Lazard.
Boo.
He is 4% rostered. He looked really good last week, and it did look like Aaron Rodgers was looking for him specifically. Got a touchdown last week.
Yeah, fuck Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, well, hey. But with that said, if Devontae Adams is out, which we're projecting that he will be out, he becomes the number 1 wide receiver there. Keep him on your radar. If you got him, if he's available, start him. I think he's a low-end wide receiver 2 this week. Another name, one of your guys that you've been recommending.
I've been talking about this guy for the last 3 weeks, Rashad Bateman.
Yep.
And it looks like you guys have been listening because now he's at 32% roster.
That's right.
He actually had 80 yards on 6 targets. So he's actually figuring out the Ravens offense, right? He is going to be on a bye this week, so don't get too excited that you're going to be able to throw him in. However, next week, that's what we got to start thinking about too. If you think about it,
yep.
you know, as we're getting kind of like halfway through the season, start thinking about the following week. Like last week, I picked up the New England Patriots defense. So I had it all lined up for Week 7's by Apocalypse, and hey, worked out really well. So I like this guy. I think the more that they play him, the more he's going to start getting the ball. I mean, 6 targets, 80 yards, ain't bad. It's not bad.
All right, another guy, sneaky little ad. He might be available in some leagues. Who knows? But keep him on your radar if he is. 40% rostered, Michael Gallup. Michael Gallup is a name that super interested in. Michael Gallup was on IR for the majority of the season, and now he was designated to return. So I wouldn't keep on.
I like him because here's another thing that we kind of forget to mention as well, too, is that look at the team's offense. Is it a good offense? Is it a shitty offense, right?
Yep.
And the Dallas Cowboys, for whatever reason, they are them boys.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. I like that. A name that I was wrong about last week. We were both wrong.
Yes, we were.
CJ Uzomah, tight end, 19% rostered at the tight end position. You know, I said last week that he wasn't really getting the touches. Boy, was I wrong. He exploded last week. Looked really good.
Whoops.
Yeah, they had 91 yards on 2 touchdowns.
Two touchdowns.
Yeah, he looked really good. It looks like, you know, Burrow does not shy away from giving the ball all the way around, except for T. Higgins for whatever reason.
Yeah. What's up with that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Glad I
but,
traded him.
Yeah, but Uzomah looked really good. There is not a lot of tight ends out there. CJ Uzomah, go pick him up. Start him every week.
If
Never
he's
know
still
what you're gonna
available,
get.
I
Yeah.
feel like he's going to be the hottest name picking up this.
Probably.
I think he's going to be, especially the tight
end, yeah.
tight end wasteland.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, like I was bummed out because I picked up Hunter Henry this following week, or this prior week, I should say, and he got a touchdown. But yeah, I was sweating. All right. Here's another name. You know, maybe.
Dart throw. You never know.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Foster
Moreau.
I was going to say that. He's rostered. He's on the Raiders. He's rostered at 4%. Really, I threw him on the list because he might be actually a good stash. Might.
It depends on Waller.
Yeah, it really
honestly.
it depends on Waller.
He's dealing with
However,
injury, yeah.
I did have Waller. I had to replace him with Mr. O.J. Howard.
How'd that work
He
out?
was a horrible person to pick up. But like I said, I threw him on here. Might be a good stash. Might not. But, hey, it is – you probably will get him because no one's going to be going after him because he's on a bye week. So, hey, you might win that. And
We really should do a segment that says I was right because everyone's going to be like, these guys are always wrong.
No way.
We should do it. Next week, we'll bring it to you guys, the I Was Right segment. Speaking of what we're going to bring to you guys, we'll be back after a few messages with our mailbag and the questions that you sent over after these messages.
Hey, watch your mouth. Wine. I'll just put a quarter in the swear jar. Once it's filled, we get a Coors party after work.
I've been drinking Coors since my college days. The cold draft taste is second to none.
Yeah, worth the recorder, am I right?
You know it, mother.
Hey, you get those reports done?
Yeah. No. You, sir.
Staff meeting, scheduled for this evening, will now be held tomorrow early as
Who's all? Dudes, we're only 75 cents short. Oh, shh. Where's the boss? Hey, sir, go yourself. You're fired!
Welcome back to your favorite banana. I mean, the fake football guy show. DL, got a few questions.
Oh, do you now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get it started.
Let's go.
Really
Let's
excited
roll
about
it.
these. Our first question comes from Tim and Glen Ellen. Timmy, what you got? Timmy asks, Hey boys, I'm 7-0. I'm in first place in my league by 2 games. Should I sit tight or look to make some trades? DL, what do you think?
You know, honestly, I would go conservative. I would honestly sit tight, man. Like, you have the magic. If there's somebody on your bench then that is like doing well as your starters, then yeah, maybe trade that guy. But you don't want to tinker too much with your team because sometimes you over tinker and then all of a sudden you're in the toilet bowl.
Yeah.
So I would stay where you are, man. Just, it's cool. Just set it and forget it. Check it on Tuesday, and that way you're not freaking out trying to be cute with your lineup.
Yeah, I'm an over tinker for sure. I always send out way too many trades. I think in one of my leagues I have 7 trades sent out. So I'm waiting to hear, but yeah, it's insane. I'm an over tinker. I don't know.
And how's that working for you?
It works
Does it work?
sometimes. It works. It doesn't work other times. I think I'm in first place in 2 leagues, second place in 3 leagues, and then like in 5th or 6th and all the rest. So yeah, it's 10 leagues total. It's kind of crazy. But honestly, here's my bit of advice for you. Look at your league standings. There's a little column that'll tell you where you are as far as points scored. If you're in the top 2 for points scored, stay. Don't make any trades. If you're not, but somehow you're 7-0, say you're like 5th, 6th, 7th, or 8th, but you're somehow 7-0, there are trades out there for you to make. I would say that your team's kind of smoke and mirrors, and you've gotten lucky to this point. So I would try to package a really good player with an underperforming one to try to get the best player in the deal. That's kind of my advice to you.
Okay. You do like to trade a lot.
I do.
Really
it's bad.
do.
Yeah, I do. So do you, though. I think we have like 3 trades this year.
Yeah,
together,
that's because you got me hooked.
Yeah.
And now I can't. I'm done.
It's true.
I'm getting off the trade.
It's true.
I'm getting off it.
All right, our next question comes from Scared to Trade Sheen. What a name. Scared to Trade Sheen. With all the injuries, is there anyone you'd recommend adding for the future? Perhaps a rookie or 2, or maybe someone on IR? Deal?
Okay. So, this is definitely a good one. I would comb through your league's IR list, right? There's usually a few guys that are like worth stashing. Like as I mentioned before, T.Y. Hilton, I definitely think would be someone to stash. I think he's gonna get in there. Hopefully, he gets over his quad injury, but he's good to stash.
Michael Thomas, New Orleans.
Yeah, I mean, Michael Thomas. I was getting there, man. Michael Thomas for sure. I mean, he's coming back. I think he's going to be a breath of fresh air. Yeah. I would be a little bit cautious with the QB situation, but yeah, I would definitely add him or stash him if we would go. And then honestly, like Jerry Jeudy, honestly, Jerry Jeudy is coming back, which is I'm kind of freaking out because I have Courtland Sutton. And even without Jeudy, he kind of sucks. So with Jeudy, I think he's going to plummet, man. Yeah. So, yeah, if you can find Jeudy and someone like was stupid and dropped him, snatch that mofo.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a few players I would look out for. I've been mentioning Rashad Penny for a long time. Don't know how that's going to work out. Didn't get a lot of touches last week, probably because Alex Collins was not as hurt as we thought with that groin. He looked pretty healthy, and that offense just looks bad. But guys like that, like Rashad Penny, there's a lot of guys out there that I'd be interested in potentially, rostering. Guys like Deontay Harris, that's another name. Michael Thomas, like you said. There are a few rookies out there, or just running backs that haven't gotten the lion's share of touches yet. Let me give you a few names at running back that probably haven't been great yet, but I think as the season continues to progress, they're going to become the guy, get more touches, and probably explode on the fantasy scene. Javonte Williams, running back of the Denver Broncos, is a name that I think you guys should put on your radar. I think he's the most talented running back they have on that team. Even though Melvin Gordon's looked good this year on the Broncos, I think Javonte Williams is just only a matter of time before he steals all those touches and becomes the lead back there.
I mean, maybe next year. I don't know this year.
Well, we're going to see. You were wrong about Joe Burrow, so you're going to be wrong about this too.
Hey.
So I'll give you another running back that I'd be interested in. Michael Carter of the Jets,
Okay.
I think, is another running back that hasn't just – he's kind of been splitting touches there.
And he's on a shitty offense.
Yeah, he is on a shitty offense, but I think it's only a matter of time before he becomes the lead guy. I know Andrew's got some guys.
Yeah, when it comes to Michael Carter, even though I lost this week, he put up 16 points for me. I think he's been one of the more consistent rookies out there, honestly. I know he doesn't get a lot of touches, but I think Tevin Coleman's too injury prone, and I think the rest of that Jets running back system is all over the place. I think Michael Carter's really the number one guy, and I think that it's possible he could even be better than Javonte Williams if you give him the touches, because he's just that much quicker, I think. So
my thing is that you're going with Melvin Gordon, right? He's just that name, and I think it's hard for coaches to get away from it. That's why I feel like next year he's going to take that step, because it's only a matter of time before Melvin Gordon gets a hammy, and then you're going to see him shine. But what are you doing?
I'm just trying to adjust. The banana has to adjust. Look at this banana. It's just all over the place.
It looks like my 2-year-old tried to open you.
Wow. Well,
he's already peeled. That's the problem.
Yeah. Hold on. I got to show the people.
Hey, man, we don't have that much time.
The banana.
Okay, they get it. You thought they didn't get it. And you're
Hey,
like,
you never know.
no,
Hey.
I'm not a condom. I'm a banana.
Hey, man. Hey, but we're going to continue with some great advice. We're going to have a Grind My Gear segment that you're going to debut coming up after a few brief messages.
Stay tuned.
Box Nuke, we've got your favorite tea. Box Nuke, buy one today and see.
Do you wear t-shirts that don't fill you with happiness? Does your wardrobe evoke feelings of sadness and despair? Would you like to know where to get your new favorite t-shirt? You need to go to boxnuke.com. We have fun, cool, and comfortable t-shirts, tanks, and more. When you want to make a statement without saying a word, pick up your new favorite t-shirt at boxnuke.com.
Box Nuke.
Hey, welcome. Oh, gotcha.
Hey, man, this costume
Quit
is all
playing
over
with your dinghy.
playing with my banana.
So I'm gonna get this
That's
guy some
not
ice cream and
appropriate.
some chocolate sauce. We'll put him in the sundae already.
And that's a different show. All right,
exactly.
So we're going to go to my segment. You
Yeah,
know what?
your new segment.
My new segment. Well, yeah, my new segment. It's called What Grinds My Gears. And this really, just to set the segment up, is really just me to vent as a commissioner, right? Because if you're a commissioner, you know what I'm talking about. You got people asking you questions. You got people doing stupid stuff. And then, it's just like, leave me alone. I just want to beat you and get my title back. Anyways, so on this segment, Grind My Gears, what really grinds my gears, JC, are when people will change their fantasy football names like halfway through the season, right? Like, don't get me wrong. I get it. Like, you want to change it up. Now, number one, I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious, right? I think once you actually get your name, that is your team's name. You shouldn't be changing it up regardless of what player you get. But the really big factor that grinds my gears is there are people in my league that I have no idea. I've never met them in real life. Like, there's like my friend's buddy's buddy, right? And then all of a sudden they change their name. And I'm like, who the is this guy?
Yep. No, I get that.
It annoys me. I'm sorry. Maybe you guys don't care. But hey, it grinds my gears a lot. So here's my advice: keep the name the same, and you'll get better juju. And you're not going to piss off your commissioner. Plus, you're not going to piss off. Well, not piss off, but then half the league's like, "Hey, Dustin, who's 2 cups and 1?"
Yeah. Okay. So that doesn't really piss me off. I change my name all the time. If one of my players like goes
annoying.
bananas, I will change the name.
Oh, this is
I don't really care, and the good thing about fantasy, like different apps, Yahoo, ESPN, CBS, whatever it is that you use, if you click on the team, usually it'll tell you the team like owner name.
Yeah,
like
but that's
the
an
guy who
extra
rosters
click.
are-
I don't got time for that.
Well, I mean,
I got
just
waivers
saying.
to pick up.
Just
I got to
saying.
look at my lineup. I got to go over
Yeah.
production. I don't have to worry about some Yahoo who likes bananas changing his name.
Yeah. All right, I'll give you a quick grinds my gears. I didn't even write this in the script.
What?
All right, so here's who grinds my gears.
Who?
In a lot of my fantasy leagues, okay, not to toot my own horn, but I've been doing fantasy football for like 16 years. Not even kidding.
Whoa.
It's a long time. And I've won
Came out of the womb
a
playing, huh?
good I've won in every league that I'm in. I've won it at some point. Okay? I've been in these leagues for a long time. 10 of them. Okay. A lot of these guys refuse to trade with me. They just will not do it.
It's because you give bad trades.
Well, no, I mean, sometimes. I mean, I usually don't start with my best offer on trades. I'll give you that. But my brother will not trade with me. He just refuses to trade with me in any fantasy league, not just football, but baseball, basketball, golf, whatever. He just will not trade with me.
Yeah.
It's bad.
I know why.
Why?
Because he's got to like see your face a lot.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like if he trades
Yeah.
and you got the better end of the deal,
Yep.
you're gonna razz him because
Yeah.
that's what happens.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be afraid
You
to
know?
lose a deal, though. Like, if you think it makes you better, you got to go for it. It's, just something that, I don't know.
And don't look at the production of that player because I traded for Christian McCaffrey and it was with JC and he
Yep.
has Nick Chubb.
Yep.
And man, oh man, I made the mistake of like looking back on a week and Nick Chubb went off. I'm like, motherfucker.
But what has he
I could've
done
won.
since then? He hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
So,
see, this is him just stealing. This is what he does. He's like, no,
just
it's
saying.
great. It's great. You don't
I'm
want him. I'll
just
take him.
saying.
I will take him off your hands. I'm JC. I'm a saint. I'm just trying to help you win, man.
That's not at all
okay.
what I'm saying.
I'm just kidding.
all right,
Anyways.
cool. Well, I like that. I like that segment a little bit. It was kind of.
That's called Savage business tactics, man. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right, we're going to jump over to our favorite segment.
You like this cape?
It looks cool.
Okay.
It looks cool. Studs and duds.
Dun, dun, dun.
Studs and duds. DL, let us know about this week's stud for you.
You know what? I think my stud is going to be Mr. Zach Ertz.
Ooh, I like that.
Right?
Yeah.
The dude, got traded from the Eagles to Arizona,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Didn't play that game because he played Thursday. They're like, oh, man, just chill out. Started last week, and hey, he got a touchdown. He looked good. He hooked up with Murray. I see that continuing, and I think it just gives an extra little blankets, ripple effect to Arizona. And he's going against the Packers, who you guys already know I hate. So my stud of the week is going to be Zach Ertz. I think he's going to at least get you, I would say, probably 70 yards in a TD.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, 70 yards in a TD. I like that. He had a
That's-
great play last week. Looked really explosive.
Yeah.
And already, only been there for a week and he already has a touchdown.
Yeah.
He figures to be a big part of that offense at some point. And I think it's already happening. I like that call.
Thank you.
Really
Thank
do like
you.
that call.
Thank you.
DL, who's your dud?
It's another tight end, and it's Mr. TJ Hawkinson.
Ooh, really?
Yes. You know what? It's not because he's a bad player. I don't think he can do it. This is what I was talking about earlier, is that he's just on a really bad offense. Just horrible. The Lions are garbage. Although, they did try. They tried to beat those Rams and screw you guys. I'm going to win. But they didn't. Nope. Jared Goff was crying in his hands again, and only if he would have won that Super Bowl, he could have been on a great team. And now he's in Loserville with the Lions. So, yes, the dud of the week for me, TJ. Sorry, brother.
Interesting. I don't think I like that call. You know what? You want to make a show bet?
You know what? I just can't wait for you to say I was wrong next week.
This guy's afraid to bet anything.
No, I'll bet.
All right,
bet.
cool.
I'll bet.
All right, 6-pack bet that TJ Hawkinson goes for at least
No.
12
Let's
points.
hear your studs and duds, and then we'll go with the
that's
bet
fair.
because
That's
that's
fair.
just like, oh yeah, I'll take this one.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Banana coming in. My stud of the week is Kenneth Gainwell. Yeah, I did recommend you to cut him last week. My bad. But this week, I think he's got a juicy matchup against the Lions. Terrible. The Lions are just bad. And they haven't won, and I think Kenneth Gainwell goes for 75 yards and a touchdown. That's what I think. Kenneth Gainwell, you're my stud. Now, as far as
Although
my
you
studs
did
go-
want to drop him last week, so
well, it's
funny
revisionist
how that
history.
works.
Sometimes you go back,
life
Whatever,
is
Joe
just
Burrow.
one
Joe
gi-
Burrow, how about that?
just
Joe Burrow.
one giant wheel, isn't it?
All right,
just
all right.
one giant wheel.
My dud of the week is a guy that's been bad for me on a lot of teams, Evan Ingram. I don't know what happened. He hasn't been like as good as he was his rookie year.
True.
Honestly, on a
True
team
story.
that is dying for weapons, a team that's just hurt everywhere. I think Evan Ingram, I don't know, man. I think you're washed, dude. I don't know what happened to you. I just don't see him being a factor. Even against a high-scoring team like the Chiefs this week, I just don't think Evan Ingram is going to be any good. He's been underperforming all year. The guy has 14 fantasy points on the year. 14. If you had Zach Ertz last week, he's already outperformed that in 1 week. So, Evan Ingram, you're my dud. Now, show bet.
Was this wait, one more thing.
Yeah.
I think you missed on I was wrong because you alluded to it on Friday that Mike Evans was washed up. He was done. He wasn't good. You should bench him.
I did say
you
this.
shouldn't play him.
I did.
He's not that good. Right?
Yeah, 2
You remember
touchdowns,
that?
yeah.
2?
Yeah.
Yeah. He also caught the 600th TD from Brady.
Yeah, did you hear what that guy did? He gave them the ball back. That
Yeah,
ball was estimated
stupid.
at $500,000.
I would have walked out. I would have left.
Yeah, that guy. I mean, he did get what 2 season tickets for the next 2 years. He got a Bitcoin apparently. Apparently, that Tom Brady gave him a Bitcoin. Got a ton of stuff. Interesting to see how they handled it, but yeah. Show bet. I say T.J. Hawkinson goes for at least 12
Actually,
points.
you're wrong. I'm sorry. Mike Evans got 3 TDs.
Okay, 3 TDs, whatever. So show bet. T.J. Hawkinson goes for at least 12 points. What do you say?
12 points?
Yeah.
I'd rather make a different bet.
What's the bet then?
The bet is, let me see.
My Kenneth Gainwell outscores your Zach Ertz.
No. I bet that Ingram is going to be more of a dud than TJ.
I have Ingram. Why would I bet that?
Because you're a banana and you're silly.
No, I said Evan Ingram was my dud. Why would your what?
I think my
All
dud is going to
It
be.
makes no sense. But anyway, guys, that's it for today's episode. We're super excited for Friday's show, where we'll give you our start and sits. As a reminder, shoot any questions that you have to us on Twitter by using the hashtag AskFFG. Also, you can shoot us voicemail questions at 708-655-4508. That's it for today, Scallywags. Thanks to Andrew. Thanks to Brandon. Thanks to Darth Vader over here.
Yes!
Super excited for Friday. We'll see you guys then. Have a
Bye.
great night.
Y'all come back now, you hear?